Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios in July 2025 for Barrios' WBC title. Are you for real? It sounds like you are for real, knuckleheads. This is the rumor I'm hearing out of Mauricio Suleiman's 62nd annual WBC convention in Hamburg, Germany. I wish I would have been invited, but this is the rumor that I'm hearing. And for me, this sounds like one of those rumors, one of those wishes that can really come true. Because when you're talking about a guy with pull, who's got more pull than the 45-year-old Filipino legend / senator who has an election coming up on the 11th of May of 2025, but wouldn't get started in his position until the end of July. That's what it sounds like. So that gap would be an ideal gap for this man, who is an incredibly high-performance man, to squeeze in a training camp and take on Mario Barrios for the WBC title, which I believe is the first title he ever won. And it looks like he's targeting Las Vegas, which is kind of where he made, his big debut. And it looks like he's trying to do it with Al Heyman, a guy who's promoted him several times before. Now, typically, especially as a promoter, right? I promoted for a long time. I'm always looking for the prospects. I'm always looking to see, who's hot and who I can help come up. The guys that have already done it, the guys that have already been there, I appreciate them. But, I'm more appreciative typically of guys coming up and trying to help them come up and get to that level that the guys of yesteryear have already been to. Guys like Manny Pacquiao. But I got to admit, even for me, right, even though he last boxed in 2021 and lost to Yordenis Ugas in, what I thought was, a pretty decisive win for Ugas, this fight, I don't know, this fight really captures my attention, and I really actually want to watch this fight, right? Because Manny Pacquiao is so great, you never know. I know I'm hopeful. I sound like the Mike Tyson fans for this Jake Paul fight, but it's totally different. Manny Pacquiao, 45 years old, still, I'm sure, in pretty good shape. Hasn't been out the ring that long. I feel like he still has a chance to actually beat Mario Barrios. Now, that's assuming that Mario Barrios isn't continuing to improve, because if I'm being honest with you guys, I felt like he looked really good in there against Yordenis Ugas, the guy who beat Manny Pacquiao. But then in his last fight, it was life and death. He took a lot of damage. And so it might be an ideal time for a guy in Manny Pacquiao's physical condition and shape and age to swoop in there, fight Mario Barrios, and potentially go out the way he came in Vegas with a WBC title wrapped around his waist. I mean, that would be an epic segue into a career as a senator. Also, he would be getting inducted into the Hall of Fame somewhere in that time. So, I mean, could you imagine all these accomplishments happening at the same time for Manny Pacquiao? My goodness. I mean, it kind of reminds me of that commercial where, I think the girl lifts the bedsheet for Tom Brady and all she sees is a glow. I mean, if anyone's got the glow, it's Manny Pacquiao if he could pull this off. I think it would be a fun fight to watch. I would love to watch it. I would love to see what would happen there. Knuckleheads, tell me what you think in the comment section below. Do you think this is a fight that actually gets made? Do you think the Filipino legend comes back, fights Mario Barrios, and how do you think he fares? Let me know in the comment section below. After you leave a comment, like the channel and subscribe to the channel. It costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe and support me and Knucklehead Nation. Finally, I ask that you join the channel or get you some merchandise below to spend a little bit of money and help me continue to do this for you guys. I'm dropping content almost daily, so I'd appreciate you guys very much. Also, we go live after all the big fights, so tune in live to the channel. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this one. I can't believe it, man. Manny Pacman Pacquiao coming back for a title fight. That would be amazing.